Yo, Hegassen here, and here we go, One Piece, Manga Chapter 966, my review, and this chapter is called Roger and Whitebeard, so straight away you know that it is gonna be an amazing chapter, and spoiler alert, it was an amazing chapter. The characters that we get in this, the lore building that we get in this, we're continuing on in the Oden flashback, and just the stuff we get in it is absolutely amazing. In fact, it starts off straight away with Oden running in, Roger running in, and them two clashing. That is the first thing we see in this chapter, so you know that if that's the first thing, what on earth are we going to get later on? But they clash. Roger, we see him do an attack, and he sends Oden flying backwards, but that doesn't stop Oden. He's barely got a scratch on him, and he's coming right back. But as he's coming right back, Edward Newgate, Whitebeard steps in, and we get Roger versus Whitebeard. They are going in, their weapons don't even touch. They got such kind of equal force that their weapons can't even touch, and the whole island is getting decimated. We then get the Whitebeard pirates versus the Roger pirates in a 3-day clash, but sadly we don't get to see that. We just see the aftermath, where, as you could imagine, just like with Luffy's crew, they're all chilling out, they're all having a party. During that 3-day clash, it kind of turned out that they were kind of on equal footing, which is actually pretty crazy when you think about it, because it was Roger versus both Oden and Whitebeard, and it still ends up in an equal draw. And they're just trading gifts, because they were originally going to plunder one another. In the end, they're just equally trading gifts. They're like, hey, that's a nice shirt, can I have it? Yeah, what kind of food you got? Let's try and work out a trade. And during this, we get some great character interactions. The main one, the big focus that I think kind of even stole this chapter really, is Shanks and Buggy. Really young Shanks and Buggy, and you find out that they've been on the crew for a long time. When we first saw them a few chapters ago, they look really, really young. So they must have been there for a long, long time. I'd love to know where they actually came from. Did they join the ship together? Were they like friends before they joined the ship? It'd be interesting to find out. But we got them two talking to another kind of rookie, and that rookie is Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach, and we see them two talking. That kind of, oh, them three I should say, talking, and that kind of blows my mind. Just don't really think about the fact that all these characters have interacted in the past. Marco's there as well, and we have Blackbeard saying to Shanks and Buggy, it's like, they don't look too tough, but they got the attitude of grown men. Blackbeard giving Buggy a compliment. I mean, he kind of dissed him a little bit, but then he gave him a compliment. But then Buggy says some very, very interesting stuff. He says that Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach, during the whole 3-day fight, during the time that everyone's clashing, he didn't sleep a wink, and that he's heard rumours that Blackbeard never sleeps. And then you get Shanks being like, wow, that guy is so lucky. I bet he has twice as much fun. Twice as much fun because of the fact that he barely sleeps. And twice as bolded out. Very interesting. I think this conversation is more important than it's letting on. What is it hinting at here? Is it hinting at the fact about how Blackbeard can have 2 devil fruits and the difference with his body? We know that there's something different about him. So what is it? Is it to do with this sleep thing? Could it be wild speculation that there's maybe 2 personalities in Blackbeard or something that can swap between one another, so that when one's sleeping, one's still awake? Is that what's going on here? Definitely keep an eye on these panels, because I think there's some important stuff coming out of that, and the fact that they were meeting. Also, is there anything else relating to the fact as to why Blackbeard can't sleep? Could it be something if he goes to sleep, something like kind of takes over him? You know, like remember in like Naruto with Gaara, he can barely sleep. Or is it something like if he sleeps, he dies? Who knows? Hey, maybe in order to take down Blackbeard, all you need is Brook to play him his little lullaby. Brook gonna defeat Blackbeard at the end game. There we go. Brook is the main MVP of the series. How good would that be? But seriously, what is going on with Blackbeard and this sleep thing? While everybody else is trading on the cruise, we get Roger, Oden, and Whitebeard chilling out as equals, having a drink, and this is where Roger invites Oden to join his crew. Roger starts talking about the fact that he wants to go to the very last island, the secret very last island in the world, complete the expedition of the world, and in order to do that, he needs help from Oden in translating the Poneglyphs. And Oden is like, oh, how did you find out this information? This is ancient Kozuki text and stuff. So Oden is interested, Roger is interested, obviously, because he wants to do that. And I think Oden's also a little bit interested because he just wants that thrill of adventure. He wants to see things he's never seen before, whereas Whitebeard's crew is going a little bit more towards divisions and stuff, and, you know, becoming a little bit more of an organisation. That's kind of against what Oden wants. We saw that last chapter, I believe. So Roger invites Oden, or is about to, but Oden is just like, I want to join. Whitebeard isn't happy about that. He kind of goes a bit crazy on the island, but in the end, he goes with Oden's, his brothers. He says it again, brothers. They are equals with his brothers' wishes. Roger leaves them a bunch of food, but then Whitebeard is like, you give that food back now. Don't let Oden's family starve. You can tell that Whitebeard really, really does care about Oden. And Izzo also states that he's going to stay behind because he's been having so much fun. Also, Nekomamushi and Inuarashi are there, but as we know, they end up on Roger's crew, and they end up there, once again, stowing away. So they not only could they stow away on Whitebeard's crew, but they also managed to stow away on Roger's crew. Absolute stealthinesses, them ones. When Oden first joins Roger's crew, everybody kind of hates him. They go on one mission, and then the next thing you know, everybody loves him. They're all cheering. Panda Man is there. Panda Man is part of Roger's crew. Confirmed. Blows my mind. He's a gifter somehow, and he's part of Roger's crew. Panda Man, the absolute lurking legend, and we see them starting to go off on their missions. Finally seeing some of Roger's adventures back in his final year, and we get the confirmation here that this is his final year. Crocus says that he's only got about a year to live. Oden is obviously shocked about that, but we get that confirmation here that all of this happened, all of him going to Rafton, that was all in his final year. And he's going there straight away. First thing we see, he goes to Skypiea. Yes, we see them going up the knock-up stream. We see him on Skypiea. We see the big golden bell where Roger had left that message, and we find out that Oden was the one who wrote that message. Roger can't actually read the Poneglyphs. He can kind of hear the voices of it, but it was Oden that translated it, and it was Oden that wrote that, and Roger told him what to write. So when you go back to Skypiea, that makes that scene, like, it changes that scene. When you look at that scene now, you're like, wow, that was Oden. Oden wrote that. And Buggy was there. Again, I can't believe it. When I was talking about the fact that you think back about all of these characters, you know that Blackbeard was always part of Whitebeard's crew, and you know that Shanks and Buggy were always part of Roger's crew, but you just don't think, what on earth had they been doing? I mean, in this chapter, we found out that Buggy had talked to Blackbeard, had been in a 3-day fight with the Whitebeard pirates, and had been up to Skypiea and was standing where Luffy was in front of that golden bell. And most likely it looks like he has been to Rafto as well, because I'm assuming he doesn't leave the crew before then. So Buggy, man, Buggy and Shanks, that is just really cool. I think it's just really cool to see them there. I just want to get some more stories from Buggy, or Buggy telling Luffy about the kind of adventures that he's been on. Absolute legend Buggy. And that is where it ends. No surprise, this chapter, amazing for the lore, with the Blackbeard stuff, with Oden joining Roger, with the fight. We've seen all of the fights that we got in this. Easy, gold tier plus.
Ooh la la.
One of the best chapters, I think. What a way to end the year. What a way to end the decade. Great, great chapter, and I'm excited to see more. I don't know how much time we're going to spend on this Roger flashback. I can imagine he's maybe going to go for it quite quickly. Maybe we're going to see him going to get all the other road poneglyphs. Might maybe dip into like Zoe, maybe, where Nekomamushi and Inuarashi probably get dropped off. And then maybe go into the early Big Mum territory. I think that would be really cool. And then obviously, are we going to see Raftel, Laugh Tale? I doubt it. I think it might cut off just before then, and then we'll go into Oden arriving back at Wano and the Kaido stuff. Maybe if we're lucky, the Moria stuff. But whew, really, 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 really good stuff. Can't wait to find out more in the new year. Terrific. Hey, so thanks for watching. What did you think? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my video, maybe give it a like, and if you really liked it, why not subscribe? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch. Oh, and here's a related video you might enjoy, and something more fresh. I've been Hegassen, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!